Talofa, Manuele Aso from Tiapapata in Samoa. Well, we've just passed the Tiapapata village. We're heading down towards Apia, the main city, to find the Western Samoa shipping company so that we can buy a ticket to go to Savai'i. I arrived here yesterday, have stayed here for one night so far up at Tiapapata, the Tiapapata Art Centre, and I was actually hoping to get a ticket on the ferry to go to Savai'i today. But I called them yesterday afternoon when I arrived, when I was on the way to my accommodation, and they said that the ferry is fully booked out until Thursday. So unfortunately I won't be able to go to Savai'i until Thursday, and I wanted to spend a few days in Savai'i. But here's the thing, I have something that I have to do on Monday, which is the reason why I'm here. I'll explain that a little bit later on. So on Saturday I was told that I could potentially attend a waka building workshop, so I definitely don't want to miss that, and I don't think it's worth spending time in Savai'i to miss out on this workshop, because Savai'i is always going to be there. I can probably do another day trip on Tuesday to Savai'i, but this workshop is the only opportunity this trip to be here. So I'm here for 9 days, and I've been invited here to participate and facilitate a whangwhangu making workshop up at the Tiapapata Art Centre. So Steve Percival, who is an artist, he's a jack of all trades. I met him last year. I came to Tiapapata last year to meet with his son, actually, who I wasn't able to meet with, which is when I crossed paths with two Samoan youth, Bruce and Joe, or Josefa and Paulo. That's their Samoan names. And we made some whangwhangu together, and I have a little video of our whangwhangu making experience. And so I'm back in the same venue, and I actually bumped into both to Josefa and Paulo. Had dinner with Paulo last night, which was really nice, and I brought back one of the whangwhangu that I made from last year, and he was able to play it really well. So really cool to see that he's still got it a year later. But yeah, I've been invited to come help out, facilitate this whangwhangu making workshop. And so that's why I'm here. So the day that I was invited, there were sales on for Samoa, really cheap tickets. Return flights, 460 something, New Zealand. And we were gonna purchase the deal, but I didn't hear back from the person who invited me until the next day, and the deal had gone by then. And unfortunately the prices basically tripled, and it looked like I was unlikely to come to the workshop. And I was looking online for that following week, seeing if any deals might pop up, and then eventually Steve sent me a link to a really decent deal, and the cheapest version of that deal meant that I had to come on Monday. And so it would mean that I would be here for 9 days, which is really unfortunate, because having to spend 9 days in Samoa, what a shame. That's a joke. Anyway, really blessed to be here. Can't believe I'm even here. Didn't think I'd be back here so soon, but here we are. So really appreciate that I'm here, really grateful. And just looking forward to being here. So we're heading down to the bottom of this road. I think this is Cross Island Road. and let's find this shipping company. So yeah, I'm staying up at the Tiapapata Art Centre, so I'm staying there, but yeah, I was hoping to be in Savai'i for a few days, but it looks like it might just be one night, so we'll see. And I tell you what, this morning I drove down to town with Wendy, Steve's wife, and just sitting in the car with the sun coming through the window, hitting my arm and leg. Bro, the sun here is hot, and you can see right now it's overcast, so it's really cool. And we're lucky being up in Tiapapata. We're elevated further up on the hill, so it's actually a lot cooler up there. So coming back down to up here around sea level, it is hot down here, bro. So to the left here, we have my gym, and that's a gym that Nadia and I went to last year. We had a few sessions there which we really enjoyed. I'll tell you the truth though, I have not been going to the gym recently, and even since Tonga and Fiji, I have been very inactive, so I've definitely put on a couple more kgs since then, and I'm not as fit as I was last year going to the gym. So I don't think there'll be any gym sessions this time in Samoa. But I do want to do a bit of walking, so you know what, we might pull up somewhere in town and just walk to the I'll see how far whereabouts it is, and just see if we can park somewhere and just walk to the shipping company. Okay, I think we're in a pier now, and I think there's a bakery to the right here that we stopped by last year, and it was recommended to us to get some of the kekepua'as from here. And I am hungry this morning, so I might come and grab a couple of things from the bakery. Check out the wheels on this car. Gangster. Even this one too. Let's go. Okay, let's take the gap. Is it okay if I film? Is it okay if I film video? Alright, so we got some of the products here. Do you have any kekepua'a? How much is a kekepua'a? For one? Can I have 3 kekepua'a, please? They look fresh. Got all these donuts here. So what's that? It's $4.50. Can I have a Nutella bun? Oh no, Nutella bun. What's some of the popular things here? What do people buy? Can I have a pineapple? And what's this one?
It's a coconut.
Has it got coconut jam? Oh yeah, can I have one of those, please? You can just put it in here. That's it. Anything else that's popular? Lots of things, eh? I'll just leave it at that. Thank you. I'll just pay up the front. Okay. Let's go get a drink. Let's grab a taxi, eh? Oh, wait, that's not a taxi. That is Vailima. Here we go, taxi. I'm thirsty, so I'm gonna get a big one. Sorry, how much? 11? Sorry, kamakonga.
Wow.
Yeah, you have the coins? I'll take the note.
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay. You know what? I might go ask her where the shipping company is. Okay, so here's the story. The shipping company apparently is about 1.5 k's the other direction, and I thought I'd just leave my car parked here. Hopefully it's okay to park it there. And let's have some food here, and then we'll walk down to the shipping company and back, because it's not too far. And oi, I think I might see them former Miss Samoa. It might be Litara? Ellen? Is that her name? Don't know, bro. Anyway, let's try this keke boa. Let's get rid of this bread. I mean this paper. Evil. Delicious. Got the local drink here, taxi. There's a great lamb bun for $1.50. Now it doesn't look like the former Miss Samoa Litara. Anyway, so we purchased this lamb bun and food across the road at the bargain mart Tamalingi, it looks like. When I first came here, I walked into the shop, and when you walk in, it just looks like a normal kind of grocery shop. But I didn't realize that the bakery was at the back, so I actually came out. We drove around trying to find the bakery, the separate bakery. We went around the back, and then they told us, oh, the bakery's at the back section of the shop. So that's when I went back in and went to the back section, and there it was. So even just sitting here in this overcast day, it is hot. You know, you can feel the sun just radiating off my back. I mean, it doesn't help that I'm wearing a black shirt, but that's a good keke boa. Fatty, salty, well seasoned, delicious. The bread's nice and soft. That bread is actually the highlight. Really good bread. So this is supposed to be a donut that has coconut jam in it. It has an interesting filling. Oh, hey, y'all wet. Winner. 10 out of 10. That's absolutely 10 out of 10. Damn. In Tonga, they used to make this coconut lolly niu. It was like caramelized sugar mixed with coconut gratings, and this is what it reminds me of. I'm biting into childhood memories here. I love the texture of that grated coconut. So good. Let's try this pineapple pie. This morning, I went with Wendy to a hardware shop, and I was wandering around the hardware shop, and there's a little pineapple, very jelly looking, kind of a highlighter yellow almost color. But yeah, this morning when I went to the hardware shop, a lady comes up to me and she goes, "Oh, talofa, wa mai oi." And I was like, I forgot how to respond. I was like, "Oh yeah, that's right, manuia whawhetai." And then even up at everywhere I've been going, people have been speaking to me Samoan, and then even at the shop over there, the lady started speaking to me in Samoan, and I was like, oh, sorry, kamakonga, kamakonga. O tele malama lama. Okay, so apparently this is one of the popular products at the shop. That crust is so good. Damn. The filling, I'm not 100% convinced on. Like, it feels a little bit too more like jelly than actual pineapple, and maybe that's the intention. But bro, that crust is the winner. Okay, I have a little bit more kekapua and then head off for a walk, eh? Let me tell you some of the things that I'm thinking about doing while I'm here. Obviously, Savai'i is one of them. I'm wanting to catch up with a friend of mine, Tim, who works as a lawyer here, but also has a lettuce initiative where he's growing hydroponic lettuces. Not those kind of lettuces, actual salad lettuces. And yeah, I'm hoping to catch up with him if it's possible. There's like this electric scooter company here. Be keen to go for a little ride. I think it's like $10 for 10 minutes or $35 for an hour, which is really good compared to New Zealand. I'll wrap this up and we'll head off. I might go chuck it back in the car and then we'll head off. Hey, I'm curious if you can hear me from there. Bro, I thought the car was gonna run straight into me. Well, I thought the shipping company is that way, but apparently it's going that way. So that's where we're going. We have the beautiful Apia Harbour. I don't know, there might be a more specific name for this area, but some nice calm waters this morning. Beautiful bougainvillea and frangipani tree. Ah, let's go drop this can off in the rubbish bin. Low, low. Okay, let's carry on. Oh, is that the New Zealand High Commission over there? And that's cool. Got some Māori kind of stylized motifs on the rubbish bin. Well, I don't know if they should be on the rubbish bin, but got a sort of a welcoming area, stylized like the whare nui over there. Kia ora, haere mai Aotearoa. So last year they had this huge international conference here called Chogum, and different villages would represent different, would host different countries, and it seems like Apia hosted Aotearoa, which makes sense of the High Commissioner's base here. I mean, I imagine all the High Commissions are here in the city. So I wasn't expecting to be heading into the city today, but I actually don't think this is the way. I need to double check, bro, because the lady, I just remember now, the lady inside, I asked her for directions, and the direction she gave me was heading towards the ships and boats over there, whereas that's heading towards the city. All right, let's double check. Google might be sending me in the wrong direction. Well, the plan was to walk there, but I just remembered Wendy told me to take my car to the office because they might want to see it, or at least look at the number plate, and I don't know what the number plate is, and I ain't trying to walk back 1.5 Ks. The girl told me the right directions. I was following the directions to a different shipping company. It was like a headquarters or something back in the main township, and I almost walked 1.5 K all the way there, thinking I was going to go buy tickets for the ferry, and then would have had to walk all the way back and then walk a bit extra. So luckily I came back to get the car to find this place because yeah, I needed to show them the number plate anyway. So here we are, Samoa Shipping Corporate. So maybe we'll just park up the front. Okay, we'll go see if they have any tickets for Thursday, hopefully. Or even better, if somebody cancels for tomorrow, that would be ideal. All right, let's go see. Okay, so here's a story. I went to the Shipping Corporation office and I was checking with them when the next available ticket is for, or ferry is for Savai'i, and I was hoping for Thursday, and Thursday is fully booked out, so Friday is the only other option. So I wasn't sure if it's worth going on Friday and then coming back on Saturday morning, because the workshop that I need to attend, or that I want to attend, is at 9 a.m. probably. So if I went to Savai'i on Thursday, it would be 10 a.m. departure for to Savai'i, get there at about 11 or so, stay there the night, and then leave Savai'i at 6 a.m. So back to the wharf at 5 a.m. in the morning from Savai'i. And that's, I feel like that's, yeah. If that's the only option, that's the only option, really. But I want to try to spend as much time possible there. So then the other option that the lady gave me was to drive to the wharf early in the morning, 4 a.m., because passengers need to board an hour beforehand at 5 a.m. for a 6 a.m. departure, and just wait to see if there's any cancellations if people don't show up. And if there are any cancellations, then, or no-shows, then you can pay for the fee at the wharf and then on your way. So that's what we're going to do tomorrow morning. But just to be sure that I do get to go to Savai'i, I need to go to the wharf to pay for a passenger ticket. So I'm going to pay for going on Friday and coming back on Saturday, but I won't take a car because I'll probably just hire a car while I'm there, if there's any cars available or something. But that's the story. So I got to find the directions to Mulifanua Wharf, which is apparently past Faleolo. Because when I went to try and buy the ticket of the lady at the office back there, they don't sell tickets apparently. Just for a passenger. I mentioned to her I wanted to just buy a passenger ticket, but she said I had to go to the wharf. So that's where we're headed. Okay, we'll check in later on. Alright, so here's the story. We're here at Mulifanua Wharf, and I've come here to purchase a ticket for Friday, a passenger ticket to travel from here, Upolu to Savai'i. And they said you just pay for the ticket on Friday. And so I chatted with them to confirm about being on standby with a vehicle. And they said, yep, you can come early in the morning, 4 a.m. There is a specific place around there, around the back side, where vehicles park up, and it has a sign standby. So you need to come early in the morning and wait to see if there's any cancellations. And hopefully you can get on. So I looked at another option, because it seems like as a passenger you can just get on the ferry whenever. Like I think the lady thought I wanted to travel to Savai'i today as a passenger, but I want a vehicle, so I wanted to confirm if I'm able to get a vehicle in Savai'i if I can't take this vehicle now. And I called one place just now. I think they were called Motu Rental. Were they Motu Rentals? No, Jets Rentals. And on their website it lists a Demio that's available for about 120 tala, 140 I think, 120, 140 per day. And that's not cheap. But what am I saying? Yeah, but that's not worth going over and paying for a car for those 3 days when they have this car. And this car belongs to Wendy and Stephen up at Tiapapata, which they've allowed me to just use while I'm here, which is very kind of them. So it's not worth hiring another car for a few days, paying what, 300 tala, when I could just take this one over, cruise around, and then yeah, come back. And I think, you know what, I think that's what I'm gonna do. I think I'm gonna go buy a ticket for Friday morning, 10 a.m, come with my car. But I can also come tomorrow and do standby. Yeah. Like, the ticket for Friday would guarantee me a place with the car going to Savai'i on Friday morning, which means I come back on Saturday morning. But if I come on standby tomorrow, then I won't buy a ticket, just in case I get a place on the ferry tomorrow. Yeah, actually, if I'm not meant to go to Savai'i, I'm not meant to go. It seems like there are red lights everywhere. I haven't personally planned as well ahead. I asked a few questions online to a few different people on Facebook, but yeah, it seems like maybe it's not meant to be, and I just haven't planned well enough for Savai'i. So if I went as a passenger, hiring a vehicle there is a minimum of 200. That's what the rental place said. They don't have any cheap cars there. Even the Mazda Demio that was listed, that's not available. So all they had were $200 per day, 200 tala per day vans and SUVs. So if I travel as a passenger on Friday morning, then I'll probably just hire a vehicle for 1 day while I'm there. Friday, drop off on Saturday morning, and then come back to Upolu. And if I get on the what's it called? If I get on the ferry tomorrow with this vehicle, then it's the same cost. It's literally the same cost. But yeah, that would be the most ideal situation. Anyway, that's where we're at with traveling to Savai'i. It looks like there are a few options tomorrow morning. I'm going to come here at 4 a.m. It's about a 30-minute drive from Tiapapata, maybe even longer, because it was 35 minutes actually from up here. So it might be like a 40-minute drive. So I actually need to leave at like 3 a.m. That's too early, but maybe 3:20 if I want to get here by 4 a.m. Okay, so that's the plan. Leave early tonight, come here, wait, see if I can get in, and go from there. Just come and sleep while I'm here. Okay, we'll see how we go. Oh, but for now, I think I want to go for a swim. It's really hot, even though it's raining. It's actually quite hot. So I'm thinking of going to either, there's a diving place in town in Apia, or I go to the rock slides in Ululualoa, or near Ululualoa. The rock slides would be good because it's raining, so the rivers will be flowing a bit, and I think that might be the one. So let's go to the rock slides and check that out. Okay. Actually, the giant clam sanctuary is 16 k's away, so that's it's a bit closer. So we'll go there, even though it's a lot further out than going back to Tiapapata. So we'll go there, have a little jam at the giant clam sanctuary, and yeah, that'll be the activity for the day. Okay. If you made it this far in the video, congratulations. I have a little bit of a story time to share. If you've been watching this vlog for this channel for a while, you would have seen a little series a few months ago where I had been looking for work. So I got made redundant at the end of March from my previous job. I was there for for about 5 and a bit years, and yeah, was made redundant. And so I went on this daily vlogging journey of looking for work. Had several job interviews and secured a job at a previous place where I was employed. And yeah, I was there for a very short time. And then I decided it wasn't for me. It didn't work out. Really, it didn't work out. There are a lot of things during the time that I was there that, yeah, that was just really challenging and difficult. And so I left the job. And there was someone who left a comment in one of the videos while I was doing this daily vlog to job search. And they mentioned that, you know, don't rush into finding a job. Don't try to get a job just for the sake of getting a job, because you might end up hating that job. You know, it probably might not be the job for you. Like, it was something along those lines, and that stuck in my head while I was job searching, and I thought that was such good advice. Yeah, so then thinking about this idea of like not rushing into just any job that becomes available, I think, yeah, is really good advice. And in my case, I was just wanting to, yeah, just work straight away because, you know, I'm ready. I was keen. I'm keen to take on whatever. Like, I need to work for the family and provide and contribute. Yeah, obviously that job didn't work out, and that advice just played on my mind and just made me think about the value of just taking time to like find something that works. And so that job ended. I went to Tonga, and then went to Fiji to facilitate a seminar while I was there for university students. And since then, I've just been involved in a few little creative projects that have been able to generate a bit of revenue. So I am keeping busy with trying to generate a bit of revenue. And then also, while I'm not working, Nadia and I decided to take advantage of my time available for me to come to Samoa and just take some vlogs and footage and capture some stories while I'm here, because I'm here to facilitate this workshop. And it just so happened that the cheapest tickets allowed me to stay here for 9 days. And during that time, I can capture my time here and share the stories of while I'm here. And once that goes up to YouTube, then that will contribute a little bit of extra revenue as well. Really, YouTube isn't a huge income maker. Well, not at my level, at least. The few hundred views I get. But yeah, so that's the situation with where I'm at with finding work. So I know there were a few little questions that were being asked in previous videos. So I thought I'd just reward anyone who's been watching this video for this deep into the vlog of this second day here in Samoa. So that's the situation at the moment. So while I'm here, I've been thinking about how I might capture a few little stories. I've reached out to a friend of mine, and something that I've kept in my mind is centering people and trying to give more time and space and priority to people. And if there are stories that people would like to share, then I'd want to give that the priority rather than me just talking and whatnot. So that's the idea that I have in mind, but that in itself requires conversation, connection, relationship building to get to a point that someone might be wanting to share a little bit about themselves or whatever it is of their story. So anyway, who cares? We're here in Whaleatiu, I think. Looks like they hosted Antigua and maybe, was it Barbados? I didn't see the sign properly. But yeah, it's good to be back in Samoa. And I'm not sure if I updated the camera yet, but we're going to the giant clam sanctuary instead of the sliding rocks because of how close we are. So we went to the giant clam sanctuary last year. That was one of the highlights of my trip here to Samoa. So it was crazy to have this these giant creatures, just be face to face with them. Yeah, it was amazing. So I'm not sure what the tide is like at the moment. It's not ideal to go at low tide to this place because you get a bit too close to the clams, and yeah, you risk touching them, and you don't want a clam to snap on your limbs or whatever. But we'll see. I'll see what the tide is like at the moment, and we'll just deal with it when we get there. Okay, we'll catch you there. Peace. Alright, on the way to the giant clam sanctuary, I realized I don't have a towel on me, so I'll stop by this shop to see if I can get a towel. Let's see, should be, surely. Walked down a few aisles and there's no towels so far. I don't know, maybe I'm in the wrong aisle. Bingo! So 25 tala. Let's see. Perfect. This looks massive. Yeah, that's the one. Okay. That's it. We'll take that.